It's time for CCN Arts with segment star Anne-Marie Villicana.
Absolutely, and her guest today shows off some paintings meant to touch your heart and emotions. Anne-Marie?
Hi, Mary and Derek. My guest today is Dolly Higa, whose art is displayed throughout the world. She is a signature member of the Oil Painters of America and an artist member of the California Art Club. Dolly, you are such a remarkable person. Even before you were an artist, you founded the first import-export business in China. You have built multiple high-rises on the coastline in China. You had your own pharmaceutical manufacturing company. How did you become an artist?
Yeah, it is it was my dream when I was a little child. I always wanted to be the artist, and I was grow up in China Cultural Revolution, so that at that time that we went to the countryside, I become the farmer students teachers. Then after several years, I back to the city. I went to the college. Then I go to working for the company, pharmaceutical state-owned biggest company in China. Then after a few years, the opportunity come, like the China create a lot of free zone, like Shenzhen, Hainan Island, so that I feel like I just go there, have my own company, pharmaceutical import.
So remarkable,
export.
especially as a female. It's wonderful.
Yeah, then I build a pharmaceutical manufacturer. And
now, how did you get into art, though? I mean, because this is a remarkable transformation from business to art.
Yeah, then after that, my financial sound, so I think, oh, my opportunity comes, and I just I left my business. I went to the Paris, then started painting. But all the way, I always loved to paint.
Wow, so you went to Paris, and I know you've traveled in Russia as well, or you have Russian masters that you've worked with?
Yes, I traveled to Russia, stayed in the Paris about 2 years, so travel around the world.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your paintings. I know the painting over here with the woman and the dog, which happens to be your dog. You just finished painting, so it's still wet. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that and this other lovely painting that was a Russian village.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So they're with oil paints?
Yeah, it's oil painting. Mm-hmm.
And do you use a brush or do you use a palette knife? Because I can tell the technique on this looks more like a palette knife where the strokes are quite unique.
Yeah, I'm using all kind of tool. You know, I need to brush stroke. I'm using knife. I sweep over.
What's a sweep over?
And just using palette knife, sweep off.
Oh, you scrape it off.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's
So
absolutely
it's,
beautiful.
uh-huh.
So, and do you find that oil painting is better than using acrylic?
Yes, I feel this way.
Yes. So can you also tell us a little bit about the museum that you and your husband Brian put together, and where is it, and tell us how that is?
Yeah, it was 4 years ago that we just feel like we want to have a more international artists come over. So we found a California Museum of Fine Art in the Old Torrance.
In Old Torrance?
Yes.
And so you've had that 4 years. So people can go and see your art displayed and others in shows there?
Yeah, we have a show maybe once a year, have a hosted for artists come from all over the world. We have a show, the artists from Russia, and also artists from China also.
That's just remarkable. And you also have a book. So I have the book here, and it's with all of your paintings inside of it and poetry. So do you write the poetry as well for the book and each painting?
And my husband Brian wrote the poetry for that, then put it together.
Oh, it's just lovely because you have so many works, and each piece has its own piece of poetry. It really just adds to the art of all of this. So do you have any new paintings that you have? Are you painting seasides, or you're painting people? What are you working on now?
I'm sometimes hire the model, come to my studio, and sometimes go out location painting, and it's like I like the choose the subject from the life. So that's sometimes traveling.
And do you sketch your pieces in a little notebook, or do you actually take your easel and paint on site?
Yeah, sometimes taking the easel small piece and sketch on the book and take the photo picture.
Well, you have absolutely beautiful pieces. Now, when you frame your pieces, how do you select your frames?
Yeah, depend on the color, depend on what kind of, then the frame is part of important to me. You know, like this painting, like the color, I feel like a gold matching better. So like this, that I think like this kind of frame matching the painting.
Yes, because it's a very important component to have the correct frame. So do you design the frame then, or is it something that you work with a framer who creates it for you?
Yes, we are go to just shopping around.
All right, well, thank you. So what other kinds of things are you planning on a trip? Because I know you just got home from a few weeks in Japan, and I know you do quite a bit of traveling on site. Do you have any other voyages planned ahead?
Yes, we are planning go to the Russia actually in the May. That we will visit Ripon Art Institute and line up several meeting with the professor there, and maybe we will in the future we will have a show for them in the museum.
Well, you are just remarkable. So I hope that all of our guests who are watching the show get to experience some of your art. And I do hope that you get the chance to go down to the California Museum of Fine Art in Torrance. So thank you again for your wonderful art, Dolly Higa. Back to you, Mary and Derek.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. That's it for now. Thanks to Alexis Walker, Mark Ang, Dr. Lloyd Biadino, Anne-Marie Villicana, and Dolly Higa.
Thanks also to the CCN Sunrise crew and the entire Crown City Network team. And of course, we want to thank our sponsors, including Foothill Transit, EH Financial, East San Gabriel Valley ROP, Color Dots, the Smile Agency, ENGOT Global Consultants, San Gabriel Valley Economic Partnership. We thank you so much because you make the show possible.
Absolutely. And don't forget to visit us on Crown City News, crowncitynews.com, Crown City News YouTube, CCN page, or CCN.
YouTube,
YouTube
we're
and
all
Twitter,
over
right?
the place.
KVMD
Yes.
Saturdays at 6 and Sundays at 5 a.m. See you next time.
Take care.